Hey everyone, it's your Salary Coach, and we'll be solving a complete columnar cipher without a keyword and containing X's in the text. So let's get started. The first thing to do is always count the amount of letters in the text. So let's start counting. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, and 48 total characters. So now that we know there are 48 total characters, we can now see that we have a few X's in the text, so we can calculate the spacing of these. For the first part, we can see that from S to that first X, there are 6 spaces in between. Next, from R to I, there's another 6 spaces. So now we can double check if it's 6 by 8 or 8 by 6 or whatever, from M to X. So we have M to X, and that's another 6 spaces. So now we know that there has to be 6 columns because X is shown every 6 letters. So now let's do for the rest. 2 plus 4 is 6, so you have one at this E. Now we have another 6, we have another 6 at the S, and now we have 4 plus 2, so we get hit with another X and another X. So that gives us the starting letters of S, R, M, E, and then we have D, A, another A, and then R. That should be it. Yeah, so let's look at the letters that we have that must go at the end. So if we look at the X's, we have S at the end, and then we have M at the end, D at the end. So this is a lot that we have at the end. So let's work the other way around. Let's look at the ones that go at the start. So we must have R at the start. We must have R at the start. We also must have, what else? E. And then we must also have A. So the rest, we see that there's a few repeating letters, right? We have double A right here. So one of the A's must go in front, and that's going to be this section right here. So this section must go in front, and then we have this section that must go in front, and we also have this one that must go in front. That lets us know which ones we need to focus on. So knowing that, we can start writing out some words that may or may not make some sense, right? We can have A, R, E at the start, and then we can have D, R, we have M, A, S, dram. That doesn't make sense. Maybe Jasam, yeah. This doesn't really make sense, right? We're like missing a few letters and it doesn't really fit in right, but we can tell that the word dreams are trying to form. Does that make sense? So let me put this back into format. We're trying to get the word of dreams right now. So if we try getting D to come at the start and go against these X's that follow at the end, we can try and to see if that makes a word or not. So instead of having R and then something random, we can try getting dreams at the start. So you may be thinking that since D does start with, since D does end with the X in its segments, it should be going at the end, right? But like I said in the video before this, just because it has an X in the end does not mean it is at the end. It doesn't mean that is a filler letter. It could be just a part of another word that we just don't know yet. So even though that we need to be working like this, saying that some of the letters go at the start, some of the letters go at the end, it is important to have a little bit of inconsistency so you're able to find these words faster instead of just being sticking with the rules. So one tip I want you to take away from this is just because it's part of the rules does not mean you have to do it. I always go out of my way to try making a word that I know could be here, and then I go on from there. So now we have the word dreams are, we can try looking at the rest. So after D, our next letter is E, so that makes sense. Dreams are, that does make sense. And then we have R, so the letter after that is G. After E, it should be A. After T, it's E. After A, it's T. M, to E, S to W, and then A and R, we're not sure if it's R A, but now we do know it's R A R because of A R E. So now it's A to A, I believe, and then R to Y. So dreams are a gateway, which makes sense. So now we can write out the entire cipher, starting with D. So we have D, E, S, U, S, U, S, X. And then for R, we have G, T, N, A, I. And then for E, we have E, A, O, I, N, E. And then for this one, A, T, O, V, D, O, V, D, S. And then we have M. M is going to have M, E, T, E, G, X. And as I'm looking through this, you can see that this path right here with X at the end is not a filler letter, but it is part of another word. So now we have SW. So if we look at SW, SWH, R, A, X. And then we have AR, A, E, S, LX. And we have RY, which is RY, R, EAX. So this gives us as dreams are gateways to other universes and galaxies. But yeah, that's going to be it for the complete columnar video. And on the left, you can see that there's going to be information about a really intense columnar cipher. And on the right, you can see my ciphers, my channel, other events. And if you go to the post, you may see some of your events and information on that. But that's going to be it for the complete columnar cipher video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.